Okay. Okay, do you all see my screen?
Yes.
What do you see?
The Title I annual meeting, I guess it's the opening slide.
Oh, you do? Okay, I'm trying to make it bigger. Okay, here we go. Okay, welcome to Pahokee Elementary's Title I annual meeting. Thank you all for attending. I am Ms. Rigsby. I am the assistant principal, and I am also the Title I contact. Today, you will learn what it means to be a Title I school and come to understand the rights that you have as a parent or family member of a child who attends a Title I school and the opportunity to request regular meetings. During the presentation, we will share specific information about Title I and will answer any questions you may have about our Title I school. According to the federal guidelines, every Title I school must hold an informational annual meeting. The meeting allows parents and family members to better understand the importance of their role in their child's education. It also gives us an opportunity to ask for your input to help us improve our Title I program. So, what is Title I? Title I is a part of the Every Student Succeeds Act, or better known as ESSA, was the first passed into law as the Elementary and Secondary Education Act in 1965 under President Johnson. The intent of this law was and still is to provide federal funds to support schools with high poverty rates to ensure that all children have the opportunity and resources to obtain a high quality education. To this, Title I funds are used to support instruction, professional development of teachers, and family engagement programs. Schools qualify for Title I funding based on the percentage of students eligible to receive free and reduced price meals. That is why completing the lunch application is very important. The more students who are eligible, the more funding the school receives. And this is one reason, this is our first year not doing it, obviously, because of what's going on. But this is one reason we always push kids at the beginning of the year just to make sure you fill out those forms, especially if you are eligible, because the more applications that we get back, the more funding that we will receive. Since I've been here, we've always kind of hovered over about 94 to 96% of our students turning in those applications, which means that that's the amount of funds that we receive based on that number. We've always kind of hovered around 95, 96. And I know now is not the time. There we go. The Title I funds are in addition to what the district provides. The funds are used to supplement and create innovative programs at our school, including support for families. In fact, a set amount must be spent on parent and family engagement. Parents and family members are important stakeholders and have the right to give input into how the school will spend the funds. And normally we get this information, we get input from parents at our SAC meetings on how they would like to see those funds spent. This particular information will be discussed in further the presentation. What does it mean for our school? These elements kind of fall under the realm of Title I. Of course, we had to have our annual meeting every year, decision-making committees, the parents' right to be involved, parent and family engagement plan, school parent compact, parents' right to know notifications, and surveys. Parents also have the right to be a part of their decision-making committees like SAC and or PTA, and to request regular meetings. We will be sharing more about parents' rights and family engagement throughout the presentation. School-wide Title I programs. It is important to know that the school district of Palm Beach County implements the school-wide Title I model. This means all students, teachers, parents, and family members in a Title I school benefit from the funding and services, regardless of which students made the school eligible. So, I know that was asked of me my first year here. Listen, if we didn't submit an application, how does that affect my child's? No, everyone is required or will receive the benefits of being in a Title I school, whether you qualify or not, or you send in your application or not. In school-wide programs, all students, teachers, and families benefit. So now I just want to take a few minutes to discuss our school-wide plan. On this particular screen, I have the ELA information. Um, I have information or data that dates back to 2017. Now, state data assessments for the past four years are ELA achievement. In ELA in 2017, we were at 26% of our kids who were proficient. We increased 1 percentage point in 2018. We increased 10 percentage points in 2019. Now, I have 2020, 2021 highlighted because, as you know, Ms. Harper, we did not have a state test last year because of the COVID. So we decided as a school to keep those same numbers for this year. So our goal for this year, as far as ELA achievement, is 45%. So we plan on increasing from 37 to 45. In our ELA gains category, in 2017, we were sitting at 50%. We dropped. In 2018, we were able to increase in 2019. So for 2021, we're looking at increasing our gains 2%. And then the ELA, the lowest 25%. In 2017, we were sitting at 56%. 2018, 2019, we were steady. Of course, we dropped from 2017 to 2018. And then, of course, in 2021, we plan on increasing those 7 points. Now, I'm sure you know now, Ms. Harper, that the grade right now that will give us the more bang for our buck will be 5th grade, because there's a 2-year learning gain that they're looking for. And of course, those retainees that were retained 2 times in 3rd grade that are now 4th graders, we're looking for gains over there as well. So now 3rd grade is strictly proficiency. 4th grade, we'll have 1 set of kids that we will look to make gains, those kids that were retained in 3rd grade. And of course, in 5th grade, it's checks all across the board. We're looking for gains and proficiency in 5th grade. Any questions about the ELA, Ms. Harper, before I move on to math?
No.
Okay. Okay, math. Math gains. In 2017, we were sitting at 53%. We dropped significantly in 2018. We were able to make up some of that ground in 2019. So for 2021, we're looking at 65%. The lowest 25% in gains in 2017 in math, we were at 31%. In 2018, we were at 39%, and then 29, we're at 43. What we realized in 2019, and this was our push for us last year, is that our 4th grade in 2019, we didn't have any gains in the lowest 25% in 4th grade. Not one teacher had gains, lowest 25%. We believe that if those 4th grade teachers, and I'm not blaming anybody in any way, shape, or form, but we did realize that we didn't have any math gains, that maybe that could have helped make the difference, because we had about, at that time, about 14, 15 kids. So we truly believe that if those kids had shown any gains at some point, it might have made the difference in the letter grade. So for 2021, we're looking to increase from 43% to 65%. Any questions?
So, Ms. Rigby, what's your proficiency right now? Well, what 2019 for proficiency for math? What were you?
54%. Oh, that's not on here. For math,
okay.
Math games. Let's see. Hold on, Miss Harper.
That's okay. No, because I know you had your proficiency for ELA, and
Mm-hmm.
this one you only have the gains in the
By
L25.
when I put up the parent compact where I'm going to let you read it, I'm going to look in my notebook for that.
Okay, all right.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. And then for science, the state assessment data, and we were at 33%. This is proficiency here on science. 33 in 2017, 2018, 38. We dropped last year 20 to 23%. This year we're looking at 50%. And listen, that is going to be tough considering everything that we're up against, with the virtual. And you and I both know that science is something that, you, in addition to what they're getting in class, you look for a lot of hands-on things. So that is going to be a tough number for this year, considering the way that we have to split with the virtual kids as opposed to the ones who are in class. So, we're hoping for the best, but that is a number that I think that is going to be tough for us to attain. I don't know why I keep. Okay. Our school-wide plan, our top priorities. Based on the data, we realize that teachers do not fully understand the standards. 63% of our students are not performing on grade level in ELA. Um, the root causes for our top priorities: teachers aren't sharing best practices. What I've learned is just from me being here, is that a lot of the times the teachers who do well with something, or who have really good data, we're just not sure if that is being shared. What worked for your kids? What worked for your kids may not work for my kids, but let's see if I can just kind of use a little bit of what you have. So that is something that we are trying to work on, especially through our PLCs, to make sure that teachers have the opportunity to share what works. We don't think that this is taking place in department meetings, but after speaking to Ms. Bolden, we're going to definitely make sure that this is taking place in PLCs, kind of putting, and I hate to say kind of calling teachers out, but we're going to have to, because if we're looking at data and we have one teacher who's excelling and we have two or three who are not, we need to try to find a way for them to work together to share best practices. Teachers aren't utilizing collaboration and using their planning effectively. Dr. Abrams and I do plan on attending more of their department meetings. Of course, they plan and collaborate in PLCs, but one thing that we realize is that it's not necessarily taking place in their individual department meetings. Although notes and minutes are shared, we don't really know what actually took place. It was my job to do my best to be in on second and fifth grade meetings, but we have third, we have fourth grade that we don't really know what's taking place in those department meetings. So we just kind of want to make sure that they're using their time effectively and they're collaborating in those department meetings. Possible solutions: more professional development, focus on identifying and disseminating best practices in an effort to eliminate ineffective practices. Creating a more structured system of professional development by providing the evidence of transference of knowledge to the classroom instruction. I know one of the things too that I'm going to work on, especially with us being virtual and having perhaps more time to kind of attend these virtual sessions, is to offer more professional development to teachers who are struggling and who continue to struggle. One of the things that we realize is that these veteran teachers, a lot of times, they get kind of stuck in the old ways. And it's kind of hard to pull them out of that. But I think with the help of more professional development, some of those veteran teachers who've been doing it for a long time, will begin to see not that what you're doing isn't working, but also try this in addition to. So professional development is something that we're also going to push as well. Any questions? No? Okay. Title I focus. To meet our expected outcomes, we are using this year's Title I funds for the following. Classroom instruction, we do have a 0.5 math resource teacher, which is Ms. Cowan. Ms. Cowan will, in addition to the grades that she works with Ms. C. Bolden's math students, she works with Ms. Chappelle's math students, but she will also provide small group instruction through pull-out model for grades 3 through 5. And it is my understanding that right now she will be working with 4 and 5. So Ms. Cowan will be touching those kids in fourth grade, that those retainees that were retained for 2 years in third grade who are now in fourth. She will be working with basically the lowest 25%, and she will be working with a pull out and push in model during their math block. Extended learning opportunities, 35 teachers for grades 4 through 5 will have writing and science after school tutorials beginning in January through March, leading up to testing. So it'll be for 8 weeks. That this is what was written in the CNA. We do want to talk about math, and I'm assuming that maybe math wasn't a part of this because our resource teacher will be working with those kids who are struggling in math. Ms. Cowan, I know last year, in addition to the kids that she worked with, the lowest 25%, she did have some kids who were names of students who were submitted by the classroom teacher for Ms. Cowan to kind of work with certain kids after school as well. Technology and supplies. Supplies will be purchased to to support the implementation of PLCs and teacher trainings. 90% of the supplies that we purchase will be used for the PLAs and any parent trainings that we have, notebooks, paper, some of the resources that we want to provide for parents. So most of the Title I funds went to those supplies that we plan on providing for parents. So they will have additional resources at home. To meet our expected outcomes, we are using this year's Title I funds for the following parent-family engagement. So this year, as always, we've always had 3 parent trainings. For the past 2 years, we've had 2 PLAs and then the FSA night. Well, this year we're going to have a parent technology training. This training will allow parents to support learning at home. Parents will also learn how to navigate through Google Classroom and access various platforms such as iReady and Success Maker. We will have a PLA. This one's going to be tough. It's kind of hard to have a virtual PLA. We do know the first one, the parent technology training will take place in November. That will definitely be virtual. The PLA I have scheduled for February. We'll see where we are then with the COVID pandemic to see if we can allow parents on campus. And if not, we're going to do our best to put on a really good parent learning academy virtually. For the Parent Learning Academy, parents will receive training in ELA, math, and science. Parents will receive information on standards that students in those grade levels struggle with. Parents will also receive resources that will be useful for them to use at home to help their children. And of course, the last one, FSA night, is right now is targeted for third grade parents. I can be talked into having one for fourth and fifth, but just the data. My first 2 years, I held an FSA night for third, fourth, and fifth. The only parent turnout we had were for the third grade parents because those students, for the most part, were first-time test takers. So those were the parents that really bought into learning more about the FSA and hearing from the entire third grade team and receiving materials for those kids to use for the FSA. I will probably try to have something for fourth and fifth this year, but the night is really for third grade parents who will receive an in-depth overview of the FSA test in ELA and math. And it's a really, really good presentation, especially to be able to hear from the math coach, to hear from the teachers who are in the trenches, to hear valuable information that kids can use. We give them a mock FSA test because we normally have this in March. The kids kind of work on the FSA test over spring break. So it's a really good in-depth night. And again, I don't know how good it will be virtually. We hope that we can have some parents on campus, but if that's not the case, if that's not where we are in March, we're going to do our best to make sure that parents receive the same amount of information virtually that they would receive if we were in person. Our school-wide plan involves the entire school community, including families. Researchers have studied the benefits of family involvement in schools and have found that students are positively impacted when their families are involved in their education. Students earn better grades, they do better on tests, they attend school, they adapt to change, they have better social skills, promoted to the next grade, they graduate, and continue their education after high school. And what I've noticed just from working in high school, and elementary settings. It seems like parents start off well. Kindergarten parents show up to everything. First grade parents show up to everything. Second grade parents. But it's as those kids get older in that particular school setting, fourth, fifth grade parents, you don't really see as much. I don't know how it works in middle school, but we're back in high school. Freshman parents are involved. Sophomore parents are involved. But by the time they get to the junior and senior year, you don't really see parents as much. So this is something our parent family engagement. We try to have trainings and activities that will be useful for no matter what grade their children are in. But for some reason, we see a decline as kids get older. So that is something that we're going to try to kind of look into more this year to see what we can do here so we can engage those fourth and fifth grade parents just like the kindergarten and first. Ms. Harper, can you explain? I mean, I'm not a parent, but can you explain why you think that is?
I just think that a lot of times we see the older our kids get, the more independent they are, and they need to depend on us in the school
Mm-hmm.
aspect. It is very hard to convince parents to that same energy that you had when you dropped them off at 5 is the
Right.
same energy we expect you dropping them off their senior year in high school. So that's where I think, it becomes a matter
Yeah.
of they don't really need to see me at the school, because my child can kind of speak and defend themselves, in most aspects.
But as a teacher, I mean, I even with me teaching high school, I mean, I remember those parents who came to open house. You know what I'm saying? When it was time for me to decide this or that with the student, I remember the ones who emailed me every 5 minutes. No matter, you know what I'm saying. So as educators, you remember those parents who are there all the time. I don't know, but that's something that we're going to kind of look into to see how we can get those fourth and fifth grade parents as engaged as kindergarten. Yeah.
When Miss Grigsby, when I taught sixth grade, when I worked at Pahokee,
Mhm.
I'm not gonna say I bribed my kids a lot, but I
Mhm.
offered different treats. I knew my kids love snacks, so
Mhm.
I offered different snacks like for their parents to come to SAC and different
Mhm.
things like that. And just like what you're saying, you can remember those parents that came because the one thing that most of them would tell me is like, I don't know what you feeding them tomorrow, but they work my nerves so I can get here to
Right.
this meeting. So I'm here,
Right.
but we just have to be creative as the teacher because, I've watched it. The administrators can do a lot. You all can offer the Starbucks, but if the teacher, the one that spends most of the day with them, is not pushing it, also, it makes it a little hard.
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah. Yeah. That's true. That is so true. Okay. Okay. So, all right. We recognize the importance of partnering with families so students reap those benefits. Part of our school-wide plan includes how we partner with families to help students succeed. In fact, we have an entire plan that outlines the steps that we will take to strengthen our partnership with families. So the parent family engaged, shortened to PFAP, describes how we involve family in students' education. It's written with the input of our schools, families, and staff during the stakeholder input meeting, shared during SAC to review and revise as needed. And the PFAP summaries will be sent home for all families. With everything being pushed back, I finished our parent family engagement plan. It was due the end of September. So Mickey McKinnis went back and she made some corrections and told me what I need to change. So she just approved it yesterday. So once it's approved, we're going to put it on the school's website so you all will be able to take a look at that. Not sure if we're sending the summary home, but it will definitely be posted on the school's website. Parent trainings. In alignment with the parent and family engagement plan, we would like to invite you to our upcoming trainings. The first one will be held November 11th. I believe it's from 5 to 6, but information will be forthcoming. The Parent Learning Academy, as I said, will be scheduled in February. I haven't decided a date yet. And FSA nights, and you are a third grade. It just hit me as I was talking about third grade, Miss Harper, that you are a third grade mama.
Look, yes.
So we
Yes,
look
it
at you at all of these.
makes me very nervous.
I know it. I know. I personally don't believe that the kids should test this year either. It's just like how are we going to test kids
No.
who it's just. But anyway, so these are our
Yeah.
trainings. So you should receive something, Miss Mackenzie and Tasha. Who's doing the Miss Mackenzie will have the iReady portion of the training. Just to kind of show parents how to navigate through those the parent communications, how they can log on to see um, the success of their child, to kind of see the progress of their child, and how they can get those parent letters. And Miss Tomlin, who's doing the success maker?
Mr. House.
Mr. House. Okay. All right. Perfect. Perfect. So that will take place November 11th.
On the we work. Look. Okay. All right.
Yeah, we're not off.
You see, I done turned over and looked at the calendar. Yeah. Okay.
Listen, we haven't had
They've tried to embed it in other stuff lately, seems like.
yes.
But I guess we're all off now with our
Mhm.
calendar.
Yeah, because we haven't had. I don't remember the last time we had. When I first started teaching, we had Veterans Day off, but that no longer exists. So, all right, come on, here we go. An important part of the parent and family engagement plan is our school parent compact. The compact is also developed jointly with parents, family members, and staff, and outlines the responsibilities each have to raising student achievement. So this next screen, you guys bear with me. I'm going to post the parent compact. Now I practiced all this before you got on. Now watch I mess it up now.
You gonna make it work.
Can you
There
see
you
it?
go.
I
Yep.
don't know how to make it bigger.
In the lower right hand corner,
Oh, okay.
100%.
Okay, yes. Let's see. Come on, get off. Ah. Oh my goodness. All right, here we go. Oh, girl, listen. How's that?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm just gonna let you read through that, and while you're doing that, I'm gonna pull up that data.
Okay.
I'll move it up just a little so you can. And we can talk about anything you have questions about. Okay. Let me mute my mic. Okay, Miss Harper.
I just under the school's academic goals. I'm trying not to get tongue twisted. Would it is it? I know what your increases are. That what you're trying to show with the increases,
Mhm.
but is it necessary? Because I'm not sure about. I see how the format has changed for you all to list like what your proficiency targets are, so that we know what they are, or is it only looking at where you want to see growth? I
You you
mean, I
mean
don't know.
you mean numbers?
Yeah,
Yeah. I'm sure we can add that.
that would be my only that would be my only well, like for I guess for, and forgive me, for reading it's listed, you, because I need my child to be a part of the 45.
Right.
um so, just so we can know like what the goals are overall. And I think I remember science was 50
Hmm.
for proficiency. Just
Yes. Okay, and from what I'm looking at, I don't know if this is right, but I'm going to make sure I get that to you. I'm looking at
okay.
math at 45%, 47%. So
Okay.
write that down, and I'm going to verify that because you asked, and I want to make sure you get that. And then I can revise this. I can revise the school parent compact.
Okay. And now I see it says we sign by September 25th. So how is
Well,
that working?
see, Dr. Avis didn't want me to send this home, so that's why it's just posted on the website.
Yeah, because I think Miss Tomlin posted it on Class Dojo for us too. So is
Yeah.
it just if we received it, like, is there something we need to
No,
do
because
it?
when I had to submit it to Title One, we just checked off that we posted it on Dojo and the class on the school's website. So they actually um, were okay that we didn't send it home.
Okay, okay.
Hold on. Now, where, Lord, wait a minute.
So Miss Rich, what
Yeah,
year was that for the math?
must be 2019. Girl, wait a minute. Where am I, y'all?
You went back to your PowerPoint.
Oh, is the PowerPoint's on the screen?
Yeah.
Well, I don't see it. I'm coming. Jesus, we're almost finished.
That's okay.
Lord. Google. Okay, here we go. Is this screen? Girl, I knew I was going to get thrown off. I knew it. I knew it. Okay. Well, you all say you can see it. I can't see it. Let me stop sharing. I'm coming. I'm trying to get back to the actual Google Meet. I can't find the.
Oh, your Google Meet is hiding from you because you're there.
Yes.
You're there.
What do you all do? You see anything? No. What do you see? Me?
Yeah.
Okay, maybe this is it. Okay, here we go. My bad. All right, let me just finish this presentation. I'm sorry, y'all. And Miss Harp, I see Miss Bolden is in here. Hi, Miss Bolden.
Yeah, she came in a minute. She been in for a minute now.
Oh, okay. So what do you see now?
Where you go to log, you didn't select the right pane.
Okay.
Yep.
Y'all pray for me, okay?
Listen, we all in this together, honey. This whole virtual meetings, and it's rather interesting, but we have to make it work. Make the best
Hmm.
of it.
Okay, here we go. Now you should see. Thank you for being so patient. All right. Slideshow. Now let me scroll through, y'all.
it seems like they have delayed transitions on their slides.
They
So it looks
do.
like kind of taking its own sweet time.
Uh-huh. Okay, here we go. Finally, thank you, thank you, thank you. Title I schools must inform parents and family members of their rights. Parents and family members have the right to request information regarding their child's teachers and paraprofessionals' qualifications and their child's academic level and growth on state assessments. Parents must be notified if their child has been taught for 4 or more weeks by a teacher who is licensed to teach in the state of Florida, but does not hold a certificate to teach the grade or subject listed above. Parents must also be notified if their child has been taught for 4 or more weeks by a substitute teacher who is approved by the district to substitute teach, but does not hold a Florida Department of Education teaching certificate for the grade level or subject listed above. School must share with parents their child's assessments, results, FSAs, and that's it for elementary. And those letters have already gone home. So if you did not receive a letter, then you know your child is being taught by a certified teacher. If the parent or guardian has never had a migrant work and the child moves with or joins the parent anytime, no matter what work the parent does now, then the child may be eligible for services provided by the migrant education program. The parent or guardian must be interviewed to see if they qualify. Parents may call the school to ask for an interview. In addition to the services that we provide to the migrant students, do you know that our district also provides support and services to students experiencing homelessness? Last year we did have a few. This year I'm still waiting on Ms. McLeod to give me some information about anybody who's filled out that form. Every effort is made to address the needs of our students and families experiencing homelessness. Families can contact the school to find more information on the services the school and the district provide. If you have any questions about the McKinney-Vento Homeless Education Program or would like to complete a student housing questionnaire, please call the following number or send an email to the following address to get in touch with someone from MVP. Any questions? There is a link that is posted on the school's website for you all to go ahead and fill out our evaluation form. Ms. Harper, I truly, truly appreciate you logging on today. Do you have any other questions besides the information I'm going to get to you?
No, ma'am.
Oh,
No. Question for you.
sure.
How long is the free lunch thing going to last?
Until December. So I think when they come back in January, that's when that will change.
Okay. But if we already because they sent us another letter,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know if it was a generic letter that went to everybody,
Mm-hmm.
but I guess they wanted people to redo their applications. But if nothing has changed, do we have to?
No.
I think that's what the gist of the letter was asking, like, basically, like, I guess if your family has any change in the structure or employment and things like that, because they were trying to convince people to do the application.
Okay. Yeah, no. If there are any changes, then you don't have to do anything to it.
Okay. All right.
Any other questions?
That's it from me.
All righty. Well, if you can go ahead and go to the school's website, fill out that evaluation. If not, I'll make sure I give it to someone that you know well that works here, and maybe he can bring it home for you. You can just kind of give it back to us. But we definitely appreciate you logging on and participating.
Okay. Thank you.
Oh no, thank you. Bye.
Have a good one.
You too.